How's everybody doing? Let me know where you're from. Made you join the call today. Before we get started, please everybody open up your chat and let me know if you can see my screen, can hear me loud and clear, and are ready to start. Put a 1 in the chat. Also, everyone, make sure you keep that chat open because as I go through this presentation, it'll be asking questions and we'll need your interaction. Okay, great. So let's get started. Welcome everyone to the presentation, the 3 steps to becoming a 6-figure tax professional. I'm extremely excited to have you on the call with us today. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to cover on the call today, we're going to break down the 3 steps to become a 6-figure tax professional. I'll share with you why. Now more than ever, it is the best time to join the tax industry. Who exactly this program is designed for. And finally, the biggest challenge every tax business struggles with and how to overcome it. Before we dive into that, I want to share a little bit about myself. My name is Michael J. Craig. I am an enrolled agent, and I've been working in the tax industry for the past 36 years. I've been married to my lovely wife, Gina, for 40 years, and we have 2 amazing sons together, who both are married and have given me 4 wonderful grandchildren. I spend most of my free time enjoying my grandbabies, and my role as Papa is the most proud title I hold. I'm definitely aging myself here, but I joined the tax industry way back in 1986 and had since started my own brick and mortar tax office. I'm the owner-operator of Mike 1040 LLC, previously Michael J. Craig Financial Services, which is located in the Holmesburg section of Philadelphia. And of course, I've also been an enrolled agent for over 20 years. But of course, when I get started, success did not come, immediately or instantaneously. When I first started in the business, I started doing tax returns for clients of my other business. At the time, my wife and I were also operating a daycare center. Those clients helped get the word out, and my customer base started to grow because of it. That's when I decided it was time to open up a brick and mortar location, and Michael J. Craig Financial Services was born. As time went on, I slowly started adding more to the business, like electronic filing, bank products, etc. It didn't take long after that to start seeing growth, and I started making real money doing it. And along the way, I discovered the core principles to running a successful tax business. And today, I'm going to share with you in the 3 bulletproof steps that I've created to help you become a successful 6-figure tax professional. But before we dive into that, I first want to quickly share with you why right now is the best time to join the tax industry. Okay, to give you some depth, a better understanding of the tax industry itself, the tax preparation business is an $11.8 billion industry that is consistently growing year after year. Even with the pandemic hitting so many businesses across the country, I'm sure you all know that at least someone who was impacted negatively by the pandemic. The tax industry saw a huge jump in volume last year alone. There's also an endless supply of customers. Think about it. Every year, literally millions of people have to start filing taxes and will have to continue filing taxes for the rest of their lives. It's an everlasting supply of customers, and you have the opportunity today to join the industry and get your slice of the pie. And of course, tax preparation service, it's highly sought after. I've heard a lot of people, what about the people that file their own taxes, do things like TurboTax. Let me tell you something. The numbers don't lie. The number of self-filers, people who file their own taxes, actually decreased last year, while tax preparation services increased. It's the place to be. People are looking for and need your services. And finally, the revenue opportunity. That's right. We talk about making money. You can make a yearly income only working 3 to 4 months of the year. How would you like to work for 4 months of the year, making an extremely comfortable income, and then take the next eight months off and relax, travel, do whatever you want to do in life? Let me know in the chat. Does that sound appealing to you? Give me a yes in the chat. Well, let me tell you something. This is how I live my life, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this presentation. Now, if you are ready to learn the 3 bulletproof steps on how you can become a successful six-figure professional, then that's fine. Let's dive in. So, guys, the first step is becoming a tax professional is going to be getting. You have to get the right credentials. Now, believe it or not, some of this actually took me a couple of years to figure out, because when I first started, I didn't have a mentor. Can't tell you how important a mentor is, or a guide. So I had to learn as I went along. And so some of this information was hard to find and hard to figure out. So let's break it down now. First off, you really should incorporate, and at a bare minimum, have at least an LLC. At least an LLC is a must. This obviously makes you a legitimate business. It gives a lot more trust, a lot more confidence from the standpoint of your customers, and also protects you, in case something goes wrong or there's problems down the line. Now, incorporating or setting up an LLC can be a fairly straightforward process. You could typically just do it yourself through government and state websites, get the forms, fill it all out, or you could use some online service that you'll have to pay for, or hire some corporate lawyer to set it up, which also could cost you thousands of dollars to have them set it up for you. But once this is done, you now have a business that you can operate out of, which opens up, a ton of write-offs that you can leverage as well. Next up is you're going to have to get a PTIN. What is the PTIN? It's a Prepare Tax Identification Number. Basically, this allows you to do tax returns. It's fairly easy to get you. It's fairly easy to get a PTIN. You just have to follow the instructions that are on the IRS website, but we help you with that as well. So these are just an example of a couple of things that you get from working with us. And so the third credential you need to have, and this is what took me a couple of years to discover, is getting your EFIN. That is your electronic file identification number. This basically means that you now are the boss. What does that mean? You are the one that can send tax returns directly to the IRS or via your service bureau. This is the level that you want to be on in order to be a successful six-figure tax professional. Now, I know it seems like a lot, but stay with me here. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you how easy it can be to get all this set up. Okay, so let's move on to step 2, becoming a true tax professional. Now that we have our credentials, we got the business set up, we got our PTIN, we got our EFIN, so we can actually operate and send tax returns ourselves to the IRS. Now we need to really have an understanding. How do I actually do a tax return? At the end of the day, that's the service that you offer. You need to know how to do it right. Now, here is where I've seen a lot of people overcomplicate this step. Some people, and maybe some of you right now, might be thinking that it's going to be very complicated and challenging to learn. Some people think that they're going to have to learn all of the tax codes, all 70,000 pages of it, and that you have to be an expert at taxes before starting a business. Well, I'm here to tell you that the majority of people who come in to file their tax returns are some of the easiest returns. You do not have to understand corporate tax returns from the beginning. You don't need to understand capital gains or asset appreciation or any of that stuff from the beginning. If you simply focus on the fundamentals of an individual tax return, you'll be able to service the majority of the everyday people who need help with their taxes. Now, down the road, you can definitely sharpen your skills and enter and start doing business returns. And of course, we will also help you with that every step of the way. I want to tell you about really a specific type of return and a specific type of customer. I guess we kind of talk about this as maybe being a secret niche. This is a very, very easy way to get your tax returns done. But it can also be, most lucrative as well. Now, if you're wanting to start a business to work as hard as possible to make pennies, or are you wanting to start a business to earn dollars? Type in the chat, are you wanting to make pennies or dollars? Okay, great. So that now brings us to the third and final step, the software and operations. Now, first of all, let me tell you a story about tax software. Tax software can become expensive real quick. I was paying literally thousands of dollars every year on software for my business, because at the end of the day, you have to have software to do tax returns. How else are you going to electronically file tax returns to the IRS? I've used just about every type of software that's on the market today. And let me tell you this, not all software is the same. What I discovered very quickly was that I did not want to have software that I had to install on every one of my computers, because it was at home, working remotely. The only way I could actually continue to work in my business was making sure I had the software installed on my laptop ahead of time. Then you have the security risk issues, having them installed on your computer. It took me a few years until I found that the software that I use today is 100% cloud-based. Just like you can log into your email on a website, this software acts the same way. It allows you to literally anywhere in the world log in. As long as you have the laptop and internet connection, you can access the business. Another thing is the learning curve. Some softwares out there are so overcomplicated. It takes hours and hours, just to learn how they work. What you want to find is a software that literally does all the heavy lifting for you. A software where all you have to do is punch in the numbers and it does the rest of the work for you. No calculations, no math scribbled down on a notepad. All of that can be done for you through the right software. Now, the final part of step 3 is operations. This means how and what are the steps I need to take to bring a customer from that first conversation all the way to a completed tax return. What information do I need to collect? What processes should be mapped out to do everything the right way and the easiest way? Believe it or not, this took me a while to figure out because, again, I did not have a mentor or anyone to help guide me along the way. I understood taxes, could process tax returns, and when it came down to creating processes and procedures to run a business as smoothly as possible, well, it was a learning process. And there, of course, were some bumps along the way. But luckily for you, I can show you the right way and the easiest way, and you won't have to encounter the same trials and errors that I did. Keep in mind that the better you can become at operations and putting systems in place, the smoother your business is going to run. The faster you can grow the business and make more money year after year after year. All right, guys, so far we've covered the 3 steps to becoming a successful 6-figure business owner. Step 1, getting the right credentials. You guys remember that's incorporate and or LLC, PTIN, and EPIN. Step number 2, becoming a tax professional by learning how to do taxes for the customer base that will be the easiest tax returns and make you the most money. And finally, step 3, the software and tools to make your business run from start to successful finish of the return. Now, before we go any further, I want to quickly share with you the number one reason why so many tax businesses fail and how you can avoid it. It's goal setting. It's customer acquisition. First of all, if you do not know where you want to go in your business, how are you going to get there? Think of it. If you need to get some groceries and you don't know where the grocery store is, how long do you think it's going to take you to get back home with a load of groceries? You're going to have to stop along the way. Ask random people. Hopefully they don't give you the wrong directions. Or would it be easier to plan where the nearest grocery store is, drop it on Google Maps, and then follow step-by-step directions to reach the grocery store the fastest way possible? Well, it's the same in business. You need to clearly define a path to take and a roadmap that guides you along that path step by step. Next, you need customers, not only in taxes, but in business in general. Businesses fail because of lack of revenue, meaning they cannot generate enough customers to keep their business alive. Having the ability to get new customers has a lot of different aspects to it, but the primary one is the ability to market and advertise your business. Think of it this way. If a new clothing store opened up 2 blocks away from where you live, over time, from driving or by walking by, you might actually realize that they're there. But if they went out, put a bunch of signs, flyers, mailers, and even ran local ads on social media, you're going to know about them much, much faster. That's the same thing with a tax business, especially if you plan to be a virtual tax office where you work with clients virtually from the comfort of your home. You don't even have to have a storefront that people could accidentally find. So how are you going to get the word in? Having proven marketing strategies to get your business in front of your customers is a must-have for any tax business if they want to become truly successful. So let's go through a quick customer acquisition strategy you guys can actually take away from this call. The first one is building your list. I got to repeat it. The first one is building your list. It's really important. A list is simple. Who do I know files their taxes? The first list you'll make is your familiar list. This can be friends, family, relatives, etc. People that you're close to and talk to often. How many people could you put on that list? Do you think you could convert a few of them to file your taxes? On average, a tax return is anywhere from $300, sometimes as much as $400 a return. How many people do you know? Put that number in the chat. Now, tell me, how many of those people do you think you could actually get to file taxes with you this coming tax season? Keep in mind, each one of these returns takes less than an hour to complete. Simply doing 10 tax returns could generate as much as $3,000. Doing 20 could generate as much as $6,000. So guys, let me know in the chat, do you guys see the massive potential you have right now to generate a significant amount of revenue this coming tax season? So guys, at this point, you know what the 3 bulletproof steps to becoming a successful six-figure tax professional are, and the number one reason why tax businesses fail and how you can avoid it. From here, you basically have 3 paths that you can take. Path number 1, you can do nothing with what you've learned and continue as if nothing's going on. You can take what you've learned today, path 2, and try to go out and do everything on your own. Or path 3, one I recommend. You can leverage my experience and let me walk you through every step of the way to become a successful six-figure tax professional. Let me know in the chat which path you want to take, 1, 2, or 3. Okay, there we go. So then, Keep that chat open one more time. Let me know in chat if it's okay, if I can show you exactly what I've put together for you guys here today to help you start and grow a successful six-figure tax business. If it's okay, I'm going to break it down for you guys. Give me a yes in the chat. Okay, great. We're introducing you to the Tax Break Tax Academy. This is the only proven program designed to help you start and grow a six-figure tax business step by step from A to Z. So let's dive into it. Once you get enrolled in the program, the first module you'll be going through is the Concrete Tax Business Foundations module. This is going to save you hours upon hours of research and head scratching as you follow along step by step what you need to do to become a certified tax business. If you recall earlier, the first step to becoming a six-figure tax professional was all about the credentials. So in this module, you're going to walk through how to get all of the credentials that you need, how to incorporate your business, how to set up your LLC without having to spend thousands of dollars. We'll break down the differences between PTIN, EFIN, EIN, everything you need to know. And we will then walk you through with actual screenshots A to Z, how to get PTIN, how to get EFIN, okay, how to become IRS official. You now have the credentials to go out and operate as a tax pro. In addition, we'll also touch on the importance of a security data plan to ensure that not only your information, but also your customers' information is secure. So the first module in the Tax Break Tax Academy package is the Concrete Tax Business Foundations, easily valued at $497. Okay. The next part of the program is Module 2. So now that you have your credentials sorted out and your IRS official, let's talk about how to become a standout brand with the ultimate guide to business branding. Have you ever thought about how important it is to have a great brand? Let me ask you this. What company has the slogan, "I'm loving it," or the slogan, "Just do it"? I'm willing to bet you're immediately thinking about the golden arches of McDonald's with the black swish of the Nike logo, right? Well, in this module, we're going to talk about creating a brand that lasts, not only throughout time, but lasts in your customer's memory as well. A brand name, a logo that stands out, that separates you from the competition. You'll get access to tools and ideas to help create a beautiful brand that you can be proud to represent, and a brand that your customers will never forget and never leave. Next, you'll learn how to create a professional business presence with a branded business email address. Believe it or not, communicating to your customers with an @Yahoo or @Gmail address can lose you thousands of dollars from customers not wanting to work with you because, well, you don't look legit. Remember what we've heard about first impressions. Why not have the best first impression with a branded email address to talk to your clients? And finally, you'll be guided through setting up your social media profiles with your business and branding that will create appointment after appointment, all the way to creating a Google My Business page so people can find your business through a simple Google search. That will expose your business to thousands of potential customers searching for your services. The ultimate guide to business branding is easily worth $747, and we'll be including that in the package as well. Next, we have Module 3, which is one of the most important parts for you to be successful. Mindset mastery. If you recall early in the presentation, we talked about the importance of goal setting. Well, this section of the program is going to help you create realistic and attainable goals so that you can explode into success this coming tax season. Remember the importance of knowing where you're going. We'll be breaking down tax season and goal setting, how to set your pace to hit whatever goals you want to achieve, how to track and monitor your progress so that you can see if what you're doing is working or if you need to adjust your pace to ensure you reach your goals. Guys, hitting a certain goal in life or in business is actually a lot easier than you think. It's simply a combination of planning and execution. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And finally, we'll also help you shape an unshakable mindset with your Be the Boss training, the practice of extreme ownership, and how to create an abundant mindset to win in life and business. The goal setting, mindset, strategies we'll be covering in the Mindset Mastery module is valued at $497. Again, all included in the package. So now that you have your business set up, you have your credentials, become IRS official, you've created a memorable brand and formed an unshakable mindset with specific goal setting for your first tax season. What's next? Well, how about getting customers? Which brings us to Module 4, the six-figure marketing strategies. Remember, the number one reason why businesses fail is goal setting and customer acquisition. Guys, let me know in the chat, would you like to have access to proven marketing strategies to show you how to generate an endless stream of customers for your tax business this upcoming tax season? Drop one in the chat if you want to get access to that. Awesome, because that's exactly what we're going to get access to in Module 4, my six-figure marketing playbook to jumpstart your business with as many clients as you can handle. First, you'll learn all about marketing tools you can use to see massive growth, from paid tools all the way to free tools and systems for your business, and how to leverage offers and incentives as giant magnets to attract new customers to you from day one. Next, we'll dive into the marketing foundations. This will help you understand exactly who is your business, early season, mid-season, and late season filers. I'll also share with you the secret niche I've discovered of clients who are the easiest tax returns to prepare and are the most lucrative as well. So now that you have your tools in place and understand who you are marketing to, now you can implement my proven marketing strategies to start bringing customers into your business. Fast prospecting strategies for quick wins, list building ideas, and exercises to find clients you didn't even know existed. How to leverage the power of Facebook groups and prospecting strategies to turn your local groups into gold mine for your business, all the way to referral programs for massive organic growth, social media marketing for insane exposure, and final, step-by-step tutorial on how to run effective marketing campaigns on Facebook. This has been one of the most powerful tools in my business, and I want to ensure that everyone here gets access to this strategy as well. Guys, everything that I packaged in the six-figure marketing strategy module, everything right here is worth $14.97. I have literally paid marketing companies $3,000 to $5,000 in a single season without seeing half the results I now get by implementing the six-figure marketing strategies that you now have access to. And we're not even done. Next, Module 5, the Bulletproof Operations and Sales module. So guys, remember, Step 3, Software and Operations. On this module, you'll be getting the inside information on how to run your business as efficiently and effectively as possible with my bulletproof operations and sales training. This module is loaded with my business operations that have allowed me to scale my business exponentially to the level that it's at today. I can honestly say that I have no idea where my business would be today without this, but definitely nowhere near as successful as I am today. You are going to get everything. My privacy and disclosure forms when onboarding a new client, sales and pricing strategies to ensure you're charging what you're worth, and how to properly present pricing to clients. Guys, believe it or not, as this may sound like something simple, you could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table if you're not properly presenting your pricing to customers. Now we'll dive into client relationship management, how to handle clients throughout the year so that they don't slow you down and you keep growing fast. Tools you can leverage for smooth operations, and finally, my coveted intake forms. This is huge. If you plan on offering virtual services, you need a well-structured intake form to collect all the correct information in order for you to go make it as easy and seamless for your clients. So Module 5, Bulletproof Operations and Sales, is included and valued at $747. And last but not least, we have Module 6, Professional Grade Tax Software. This single-handedly is one of the most important components of your tax business. Without it, well, quite literally, you can't operate your tax business. As part of this program, you are going to be provided with a license to the exact same software I use in my tax business, the Tax Break Tax software. This is professional grade tax software to make your business and tax preparation as smooth as possible. Gone are the days of having to crunch the numbers, work off of spreadsheets, and not know, what you're putting down is the right number or maybe not the right number. With this tax software, you simply enter the numbers one at a time, and the software does the rest. It literally could not get easier to do taxes. I love it. My preparers love it. And it's the reason why literally thousands of other tax professionals leverage this software as well. In addition to the software, I also want to make sure you're well equipped with training to go along with it. You will also get my most common tax forms, cheat sheets, my due diligence to process so that you can safeguard your business, as well as step-by-step software tutorials, trainings included with your software. I know what a lot of people may be thinking about, not being a computer person or I'm not that tech savvy. Guys, let me tell you this. Once you do a few practice returns on this software, your confidence will go through the roof as you realize just how simple this software makes it to do taxes. All of that, again, included in the package. I put down Module 6 valued at $997, but honestly, it should be even more. Guys, I've spent literally $2,000 in a single season for tax software license. And you'll get the software as well as all of the training to go with it as part of this package. Sounds good. Now, because I want to always offer as much value as possible, as a bonus for everyone that's on the call today, you're also going to be getting access to a bonus module for a limited time offer. When you enroll in the program from this webinar, you'll get access to My Tax Professional Tax Advantages training. This training will literally put thousands of dollars back into your pocket by leveraging the tax breaks that will now be available to you as a tax business owner. There are so many hidden gems in this training that you'll be able to tap into and give yourself a massive pay raise by reducing the amount of taxes you'll have to pay at the end of the year. This has helped me save thousands of dollars every single year in my business. And so, because I want you all to thrive and be successful, this training, easily valued for $497 on its own, will be included in the package. So again, a quick recap of what's included. You get the concrete tax business foundations, everything you need to be IRS certified to run your business, a $497 value. Ultimate guide to business branding, the branding guide to create a name and brand that separates you from your competition and sticks in your clients' heads easily, $747 value. Mindset mastery and goal setting, guys. If you want to be successful, you have to set up goals, okay, so that you can have a roadmap to your success. Also valued at $497. The six-figure marketing strategies to create an endless supply of customers wanting to file their taxes with you, well over $1497 value. Bulletproof operations and sales to run the most efficient business and to ensure you're not leaving thousands of dollars on the table when pricing your services, a $747 value right there. Professional grade tax software with all of the cheat sheets and trainings to go along with it. Again, I was paying over $2,000 each year for my software when I first started, easily a $997 value. And finally, the bonus training on tax professional tax advantages to put more money in your pocket, well worth over $497 as a value. All said and done, everything that I put together in this package for you is valued at $54.97. But that's not what you'll have to invest to get started today. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen this before. When I start slashing the price and say, well, you won't have to pay this much, not even that much. But I know that you've all seen that before, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. So I'm going to sit here and tell you how much you won't have to pay. Instead, I'm going to just get straight to the point. You can enroll in the Tax Break Tax Academy for a one-time payment of only $1,297. Now that price will actually be the pricing that starts back up tomorrow. But lucky for you is the final day of our end of summer sale. So if you schedule a call with us today, we will honor our sale price of $997 until the day of your scheduled call. That's another $300 savings. And again, that includes everything we've covered on this call so far. The entire package to take you from startup to six-figure tax professional. So to enroll in this program, simply click the link in chat and book a call with me so I can answer any last questions you have and walk you through the enrollment process. Again, guys, click the link in the chat, book a call so that we can talk one-on-one. Make sure that this is a good fit, and I'll answer any of the questions that you might have. Thank you so much for listening to this webinar. Okay, and we look forward to being in contact with you. We look forward to talking to you one-on-one. Have a great day.